This is a follow-up to my Warhammer Space Marine 2 video that I posted a couple days ago. It is not essential that you watch the video to watch this one. However, if you want to kind of hear my full thoughts about the Warhammer franchise, about that game in general, please go watch that video. It has everything that you need. This video, which is a little quick thing I wanted to make, there's a certain opinion that I had while I was playing that game, Warhammer Space Marine 2, and I wrote up a note for it while I was making that review, but I forgot about it. I got the note lost in shuffle, but I thought I would make a mini video because it's an essential thought, and it's an essential criticism I had about the game and about the Warhammer franchise in general that I had to get it out there somehow. So this is that video. This is that opinion. Let's get into it. And that thought that I had was women. Where are the women, right? That's my main deal. Where are the women? There was a woman commander in that game, so there was women in that game, but they weren't Space Marines. That's my big thing. Is like, where are all the women Space Marines at, right? It's kind of weird. They're all men. Like, I know in the real world, right, they're currently in, some of the militaries out there, most of the militaries just have men. They're not really. We're still getting progressive on getting women in the military, stuff like that. But this is like way in the future, and it's a fucking sci-fi universe. It's futuristic, so why are there no fucking women, right? That's what I could think. And I asked my friend who is more well-versed in the Warhammer lore. He's not a Warhammer fan per se, but he knows more about the lore than I do. And I asked him, hey, where are the women at Space Marines? And he's like, oh, well, in the Warhammer lore, in the universe, women can't be Space Marines. They're just not biologically able to be Space Marines. They're not up to par like the men are. They're not made for that. And all I could think in my head was, what do you mean not biologically? Like, there's women in real life that could be Marines. I mean, there's that one boxer in the Olympics a couple months ago that is biologically a woman, but she has high testosterone, so everyone thought she was a trans person, but she wasn't. She was born and raised a woman. She was born as a woman, and she's still a woman now, but she had high testosterone, so she just was bigger or whatever, but yeah, she's biologically, she could be a Space Marine, right? At the same time, why are we using realistic standards when in, like, it's sci-fi and it's fiction, right? You could make a woman biologically, like, you write a woman biologically to be able to do that. You could inject her with shit like a fucking Halo Spartan to be a Space Marine. So I think that biologically thing's a fucking cop-out. I think they should put some women as Space Marines in the Space Marine franchise, in Warhammer franchise in general. I think there should be women. All I could think about while playing the game was the lack of femininity, the lack of feminine energy. It was too masculine. And it makes me sound like I'm a weirdo, but I'm trying to say is that, like, the game felt very gay, if it makes any sense. It felt like a very gay game, which I have no issue with, by the way. I love gay people. But the game, it was giving me, I have a high gaydar, okay? And the game was giving me very high-key gay energy, especially the main campaign. I didn't give a fuck about the stupid operations, but, like, the main campaign, the three main characters there, they were giving me real gay energy, not gonna lie to you. Like, it definitely felt like they had a gay threesome at one point, and then, like, we're seeing the aftermath of that, because they're very distant at first in the game. They kind of didn't like each other, and then by the end of the game, they love each other, but there's that, like, long kind of area in the game where these three characters, they didn't trust each other, they didn't like each other, they're very distant with each other, and it kind of felt like after you have a threesome, you know what I mean? Like, when you have a threesome with you, like, you and your boy decide, hey, let's go run a train on my girl, right? So you and your boy run a train on your girl, and then you realize that your girl had a better time with your boy. Like, your boy was giving her better dick, having better sex with her, and you could see that. You're in the cuck chair, and even though you also had sex with her too, you could see the energy was different. She felt kind of distant with you. She really enjoyed the dick from your boy, and it makes you feel bad, because now the energy's different with both of them. Now you don't like your girl anymore, because your girl obviously liked having sex with your boy better, and you don't like your boy either because of the way he did that to your girl. So it's really bad, and that's kind of what it felt like with the three main characters in that game, in the Warhammer Space Marine 2 game, is that it felt like they had a threesome before, off screen. We didn't see it, the three of them, a gay threesome, and we just joined in. Like, we just saw the aftermath of that. That's why they're very distant with each other. They didn't like each other because they realized that it just didn't work the same way. The friendship was different, energy was different. By the end of the game, they learned to love each other again and be like, we're brothers now. But before, it really did feel like that to me. I have experience with this, and that's all I could feel like. Well, man, these guys definitely had something going on before we started the game, and now it's off. And it made even more sense with the fact that there's no women, right? So there's probably these massive Space Marine orgies, gay orgies going on in the universe. I'm sure it's an in-universe thing. and because there's no women around, like how are they gonna have sex, right? That's my big deal. Like you have these big masculine men. Oh, whoa, we're awesome, we're big men. But like, how are they gotta get off somehow, right? So what are they gonna have sex with? A Tyrannid? I don't think so. They're having sex with their boys. That's what they're having sex with. Anyways, I just wanted to just get on here real quick and ask the question: where are the women at in Space Marines? I think there should be women in Space Marines. Whoever makes the fucking Warhammer games, the Warhammer franchise, whoever runs it, I don't know what company runs it. But if you're listening to this video, anyone from that company, I think that you should make women Space Marines. I think that should be a new thing going forward. I think they should make a game. That the third game, that's a good idea. So make women Space Marines, and then for the third game, the Space Marines 3, whenever that comes out in like fucking 14 years, there should be there should be all female. And I think they should remake the game. Actually, that's funny. I think instead of making like new characters, they should actually make the 3 main characters in the current Warhammer Space Marine 2 game. They should make the same campaign, but make the characters women, like kind of inverse them, kind of like the female Ghostbusters. That's what I think they should do. All right. Anyways, thank you for listening to my fantastic opinion. I'm sure that you awesome Warhammer fans will have a lot of good things to say about me in the comments, like you did in the last video. Thank you for those, by the way. I love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me. Take care and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.